This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, everyone. Vauldemare here with more Sherlock Holmes and, well, I would say Dr. Watson, but he's nowhere to be seen. He's probably just hanging down there, just being Dr. Watson. Anyway, we're on to the final case of the game. We gotta find out how these men got shot.
Anything
Ryan
else
Turner.
you would like to know, Mr. Holmes?
Well, we know that you're suspicious. Let's look outside. Let's see if what he saw was true.
So, that's the view Mr. Turner had when he opened the window.
Yeah, but there wouldn't have been any lights there, right? When he was
The dead
watching.
body of Kenneth Butler.
And there's Watson just kind of hanging around, just causing trouble. All right.
Brian
Brian.
Vercotti's contorted corpse. Mr. Turner had a perfect view of the crime scene. He saw the bodies clearly, and Leighton Chapman standing over them.
Huh, so we have to imagination. Whoops. Oh. Huh. Okay, so do we have to just go back? Okay. Let's see. Let's see what he did. So he got up from bed. Got up from bed. Or would it be... I love how I forget to turn off my phone when I'm recording. How glorious! Sorry. Okay, so... I'm trying to think how he'd actually... Because he got up from... Got up from the bed. Probably opened the window to look down. Approached the body. Probably... Did that. I did that. Yeah, probably did that. Let's see if that's correct. See if we got that right. I know, we'll find out. Quickly now, quickly. Fast forward. Looked outside. What? Went downstairs. The game is glitchy. It's like, nah! And then he went upstairs. God, good thing I'm fast forwarding this. And he placed his broken stick, grabbed something, started cutting it up. And then he threw it in the fire.
So Mr.
That sounds
Turner
reasonable to me.
used a book to hide an object that he found on Kenneth Butler's body. The question is, what did he find?
Okay. Well, apparently there's something here. Let us see what we've got. Books. Fat prints. Monies.
I can see prints from greasy fingers upon the cover of this book. Let us take a closer look.
I just love how this guy's not stopping us. Oh, Moby Dick. Call me Ishmael.
Well,
What
now,
the?
What a find. A precious jewel concealed inside a book.
Huh. Okay. Oh, what
A
was that?
bracelet with a unique ram's head design. A distinctive feature of ancient Grecian artifacts, probably of the Hellenistic era.
Oh, okay then. So I guess now we got new evidence. So is that what he was burning? All he was burning was just the, like, what he cut out of the book? Alright, Mr. Turner. Mr. Timmy Turner. Turner and Hooch. Turner from a bunch of cartoons and movies. Turner Classic Movies.
Mr. Turner, how would it be possible for a man of advanced years, such as yourself, to rush from his bed to the window in a matter of seconds, as you have stated?
Well, I'm able to move very quickly, despite my age. And when the situation requires it, Mr. Holmes.
That's a lie, 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 lie. Mr.
I
Limp.
highly doubt that, Mr. Turner. I observe that you suffer a severe limp due to your injured right leg. It would have taken at least 10 seconds for you to approach the window, That means you could have easily missed something or someone in Half Moon Street during that time.
You're right, Mr. Holmes. I could have missed something. But it did seem to me that everything happened so quickly. Time can pull tricks on you.
Give me the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
And what of everything else that you told us? Mr. Turner, it is vital that we have your complete and true statement.
Mr. Holmes, I do assure you that the other things I said were most sincere.
Or was it? What about the bracelet?
Mr. Turner, you were not sincere with me. Not then, and not now.
But Mr. Holmes...
This, Mr. Turner, does not look like anything that a poor man might possess. It is worth more than the home that you live in.
I can explain.
No, merely correct me if I am wrong. You saw Leighton Chapman through the window, but you also noticed a glittering object on the ground, this precious jewel. You walked down and took the bracelet from the body of Kenneth Butler, and when you heard the whistles, you hurried away. That broke your walking stick. It caught fast between the cobbles. Constable Marrow was unable to see you in the window as you were climbing up the stairs on your way back to your flat. Upon returning home, you hid the precious jewel inside a book.
Mr. Holmes, please don't send me to prison. I didn't do anything bad. I'm just a poor man. When I chanced upon the bracelet, I saw it as an opportunity to make a little money. I was desperate. I only took the bracelet, that's all, I swear.
You made a mistake by lying to me. But you are not a criminal. I believe that. Although I must return this bracelet to its rightful owner.
So you're not evil, you were just like, oh man, I don't have to live in squalor all the time, you know. And unfortunately I've heard and known of people that would do stuff like that. Although, sadly, the people I see that do stealing and stuff like that more often are actually privileged people, like privileged kids. Ugh, that's the worst. Like, when they don't even need to do it, yet they do it anyway. Well, I'm not going to talk about my issues with that. Alright, so I still need to go interrogate the kid as well as searching this and see what this actually is. Okay, so we still got a couple of people we need to check out. Weird that there's not as many suspects for the final case of the game. But, whatever. Alright, I don't think there's anything I need to talk to him about. Alright, Watson, let's go back to Baker Street, so we can figure out what this is. And then, we can go talk to our boy and see if we can get some much-needed filling in of the holes, as it were. You'd think the last case of the game would be like one of the bigger ones, you know, just to kind of as a finale, but I'm feeling that's not going to be the case. I feel like it's going to be about the same epicness as all the other cases, you know. All right. Anyway, let's see. We need to search for the bracelet. Let's see. Antique bracelet is found in Mr. Who's decorated with a distinctive ram's head, so it's antique, huh? Let's see. I don't think it's any of these. I don't think the news. Let me see the encyclopedia. I want to see if that. The only thing I'm thinking is maybe history or but none of these. Let's see, a ram's head. Let me see. This is probably want to be one of those that doesn't give an obvious. It says it's distinctive, but what does that mean? Huh. Let me see what options I have for newspapers. Looks like it's just the years, so I don't have to check that. Maybe it's a symbol.
That is not the one I...
Wow.
That is not...
Well, I don't need that for sure. Huh. Okay. Well, then it's got to be...
That is not.
Nope.
That is not. That is. That is. That is not. That is.
Well, maybe I should go. Okay, hold on. Let me check all these again. Let's see. Art, architecture, parliament, relay, urban economics. Nope, that doesn't have anything to do with it. Nope, that has nothing to do with it. Botany obviously has nothing to do with it. Weird. I don't see any that could be. Huh. I don't know then. I have no clue. Can't be poisons or injuries. It's gotta be marks and symbols, but nothing pops up. Huh. Okay, I have no clue what this is. Let me see. Let me see what the... Maybe I need to talk to the kid. Maybe he'll give me a better idea of what that is. Let's see, what is the... It says, investigate the ancient bracelet. It says it's ancient, yet nothing popped up when I looked at the encyclopedia and stuff like that. Well, I don't want to spend the whole time looking at this. I might go to Scotland Yard and look at that, talk to that kid for a bit before I... Because I remember actually clicking on all of those and nothing. Okay, fine. We'll skip that for now, and we'll go back to Scotland. We'll go to Scotland Yard and talk to that kid. Because I don't want to. I just don't want to click on every single thing and guess it. You know what I mean? I thought I had a pretty good idea, but apparently not. Talk about my intelligence, huh? Well, Mr. Holmes, apparently we've got... I mean, I guess I could just like go, what is this? Let us go talk to the kid.
Mr.
And
Holmes,
go.
whatever brings you here so late at night?
I'm interested in the case of young Leighton Chapman. He was arrested earlier this evening and accused of a double murder.
I beg your pardon? That case is quite clear to the police. Or are there any new facts that we don't know about?
Who knows, Inspector?
Look, you are free to investigate, of course, Mr. Holmes. Chapman was arrested with a revolver in his possession, which you can find in the evidence room. The suspect himself is in custody.
Did you find anything else on his person?
A few personal belongings. Nothing particular, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, Lestrade.
I guess now we need to talk to the kid.
Mr.
If he has
Holmes,
anything. Nope.
what is the trouble with that lad? Isn't he guilty of murder?
Mr. Lestrade, you're supposed to represent the police force, so you're made dumber than what you actually are. I feel sorry for that character. Because, I mean, obviously, Sherlock Holmes has to be the smart one,
filled
otherwise.
with cheap tobacco. Nothing interesting.
So he's done some smoking, not
A
really
cheap
crime.
watch, bought with his own money, no doubt. So this is the gun that Leighton was holding when he was caught by the police. It is a Webley revolver, a reliable weapon.
At least at close range, anyway.
It seems as though the shells were not removed from the cylinder.
Huh, has he actually even fired it? Oh, there have been 2 shots.
2 out of the 6 shells have been fired. There were 2 shots.
Interesting. I got some more clues as well. I got a raging clue over here. So that's one possible way of doing it. Double murder. The victim's a double murder. Actually, those don't actually. Oh. Well then. Simultaneous shots, firing position, turner could Given the contrast, they were made from different. Turner could hear the contrast to 2 shots, as in fact 3 shots were made. That's possible. Might as well check out the possibility of it. It gives me a reason to at least check it out anyway. Oh, right, I don't want to leave just yet. Alright, let's talk to Mr. Leighton, see what he has to say.
Mr.
You wake up.
Holmes?
I guess he's not in. There's
Please
Mr. Leighton.
escort this suspect for interrogation.
Even if he's one he's supposed to be nice to. Please
Good
bring
evening, Mr. Chapman.
Who are you? I've got nothing to say. It's all a mistake.
Calm down, Leighton. I have come here to help you. To find out if you truly are innocent, as your younger brother Wiggins has told me.
My brother? You know him? Then that means you're...
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, blimey. All right, Mr. Holmes. I'll tell you everything.
Alright, well, let's do a profile first. Let's profile him at the wazoo. He's got a scar. Ouch. Yeesh. I guess as long as he didn't grow up with a hair lip. I clicked it, I have no idea what that is. Oh, he's an office clerk. He's an office clerk? Weird. Ugh. Yeah, he's got a black eye and everything like that, so... Downtown fashion, cushy job. He's got a cushy job? What? Huh. Alright then. He's got the same tattoo as that one guy. Dun dun dun. That must be the connection. At least to the... Brian, anyway. I think Brian was
Good.
the one with the tattoo.
Tell me your account of what happened.
I left my work, and I hurried up to see the fireworks in Whitechapel. I was late, so I decided to cut through Half Moon Street. I saw the first fireworks light up in the sky. I bumped into a constable on a corner before entering Half Moon. Then suddenly, what with all the firework flare, I saw 2 men. They were both lying flat in the middle of the street. I stopped where I was. I thought about turning back to the police, but as I was thinking of that, I saw a third person. He was leaning over the body that was furthest from me. The second I saw him, he raised his head, and he stared at me. In a flash, I saw his gun, but he made a dash for it instead, and he escaped through Whitechapel Street.
Well, that wasn't Turner then.
So you might still have had time to return to the constable.
I panicked. I didn't know what to do. Anyway, I approached the bodies just to see if they were still alive. I saw that one had blood pumping out of his stomach. He was dying. It was horrible. The second one was already dead. He had a hole in his head. He was holding a gun in his hand, though. I took it, and then I followed the third man.
Huh, but then you got caught by the constables.
Interesting. Pray, continue.
I turned a corner, and I saw the man standing in the middle of the street. He seemed to be in some sort of panic. And then, Mr. Holmes, something strange happened. I told the police and they laughed at what I said, but I swear to you, my words are true. I started running towards him. But then I was blinded by a flash. It was so bright that I hardly saw anything for a good dozen seconds. But I kept running forward. As I arrived in Whitechapel, I heard a woman screaming. And then I was caught by the police. But there wasn't a trace of that man. Of course, then they found a gun and all that blood. I couldn't see the murderer escaping and all that mess. Perhaps I was still half-blinded at that moment.
A thrilling account, my young man.
What about
Leighton,
the third man?
Are you able to describe the person whom you saw standing in Half Moon Street?
Well, I wasn't able to see his face at all. It was too dark, and he was too far away. I could see his silhouette.
And what about that?
Nothing so special. He was wearing a jacket. He was quite average in size and his weight.
I see. Was there anything else that struck you at the time?
No. But perhaps... It's strange, but I can't remember the sound of his footsteps as he was running away. Perhaps it was because of the fireworks or the surprise of me seeing him.
I'm not sure what that means, but let's go
Leighton,
on.
I confess I am puzzled. Why should a young lad like you take a gun from the hands of a dead man and set off in pursuit of a probable killer?
I know. I keep wondering that, but at the time it was like a reflex. A criminal ought to be arrested, and he was armed.
You were willing to risk your life. That was a little foolish, unless you wanted revenge.
No, Mr. Holmes. I was just being brave and stupid.
That's not true. Westgate prisoner, yo.
I'm sure that you
Thug
were,
life.
but I believe that you may have recognized one of the victims, Brian Vercotti. You knew that gentleman well, did you not?
However could you know that?
You have a typical tattoo of the Westgate Brotherhood upon your hand. I observed exactly the same mark upon Mr. Vercotti. You came to know him from your sharing a past prison sentence. Am I correct, Mr. Chapman?
God. You're right, Mr. Holmes.
Dun dun dun.
Would you tell me a little about Brian Vercotti?
We were convicted for a robbery. Once in prison, both of us joined one of these fraternities. During that year, we tried to help each other out, you know?
You were quite young then, I believe.
Yes, Mr. Holmes, we were. We'd only stolen a pound of meat. After we were released, and when I saw what my little brother had become, I decided to work towards living an honest life.
And Vercotti?
He had a hard time. His sister had died in a Whitechapel dispensary while he was in prison. He had no family anymore. Our paths split. He fell back into crime.
So you lost him?
Yes. And for around 2 years, I heard no news of him at all.
We shall see you soon, young man.
Well, I got a few things to tie together at least. Let's see what this news can put together. Late statements. Leighton stated that he saw a person. Let's see, old acquaintance. Oh, no, that doesn't. Let's see, there's not that many valuables. It's revolver. These things are just going all over the place. Common statement is the only person who's interested in seeing it. He's standing over the dead bodies, escaping the scene shortly afterwards. I know some of these should be tied into each other, but nope. Damn, I'm doing bad in this one. Okay. Escaping the crime scene shortly afterwards. There we go. Okay, what does this tell me? Imaginary man describes in the statement as figure of his own imagination created to vindicate himself. That definitely doesn't. Right now, without doing that, we have like really no reason otherwise. Let's see. Nope, that's nothing. Man, I'm not doing very good on this one. I can't really. Maybe there aren't any other ones to connect. Maybe I'm just trying to grasp at straws. Alright, well, let's see what else we got here. Oh, right, we still need to check that. And then we got the, looks like there's one more person we need to, profile. And what else do we see? A possible crossfire between. Examine the dead bodies and try to perform it again, see if we can get some more clues, and then we need to figure out the bracelet. Alright, so in the next episode of Crimes and Punishments, featuring Dr. Watson and Sherlock Holmes, we'll try to recreate this crime and perhaps even solve the mystery of the bracelet, what it actually is. So, junior detectives, we're ever so close to finishing another case for Sherlock Holmes himself. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.